Hello, everyone. I'm so excited to be here with you and welcome you all to the Rainbow Goddess YouTube channel. I am Rosalie and I have a very special video for us all today. And it started with my trip to picking up this beautiful oracle deck, which called out to me, and I haven't even looked at the cards yet. So I really wanted to bring forward this beautiful deck. It is called Inner Child Oracle, and it is by Amanda Lynn Aisling. And it just actually hit the shelf like this week. It's brand new, and I really felt called to the energy of the inner child and just the potency of really working with the innocence and purity of the child and diving deeper into what the imagery has to say through this oracle deck. And so we will get to that in a moment. And I'll bring you through how I connect with my oracle decks when I first get them and how I pray over them and connect with them through the purity of my heart. So we will do that together in just a moment. But I wanted to take a minute to connect with all of you here in this space and just take a breath. Let's all come together and just be here present now with our heart space and with however we're feeling, and just really give permission to feel that essence of who we are, along with all the parts of us maybe that are not so lovable today. And we're going to send love to them so that we can come into deeper wholeness and alignment with our soul consciousness. So, taking a moment to just place your hand on your heart and begin to slow your breathing. Really slow it down and just feel that deepening and slowing of your breath, connecting with your heartbeat. Breathing in and breathing out. And with every heartbeat and every breath, whispering to all that you are the words, I love you. Breathing in, I love you. Breathing out. And as you are saying to yourself, to your heart, I love you, it may not feel authentic at first, but continuing to express these words, I love you, we're beginning to support the subconscious mind and recognizing those words as loving invitations to ourself. Sometimes when we do something that feels foreign to the subconscious, like saying to yourself, I love you, it can feel inauthentic, it can feel strange at first. But when we begin to repeat this multiple times throughout the day to our own hearts, to our own being, to our own inner child, I love you, it will begin to register as familiar, and you will begin to feel the actual love beginning to physicalize in your body. And so it won't just be the words, but it will actually begin to soften and open your heart to receiving the love that you are. And so, my prayer for each one of you today is to truly open up to the radical realization of love that you are, and open to giving yourself that very love that you so often give to others. And so, feeling that beautiful realization of self love in your heart blossoming, and even if it's just a seed, watering that seed every single day with every word. I love you. I accept you. You are enough. You are worthy of love. You deserve more love, not less. And whatever you feel arises throughout your day, even after this video, throughout your week, whatever arises, acknowledge it within you as needing more love, not less. And these beautiful phrases are from a beautiful book that I read from Matt Kahn. Whatever arises, love that. And so I just wanted to give credit where credit is due to that beautiful soul who brought forward that beautiful teaching. And if I say beautiful one more time, there is so much beauty in what is being expressed, and so much beauty within your own sacred garden, within your heart. And so may you all feel that today. May you all truly receive yourself and feel the limitless amounts of love that are here for you, that you can give yourself. And that is my prayer for all of you here today and for all of your inner children. Thank you all for taking that moment to just really give yourself that love today. May you continue to give yourself that love every day, in every moment of every day. All right, so let's get into it. Let's get into this beautiful deck that has been calling out to me. And let's bless and send a prayer to this deck to support us and guide us and bring forward the messages that are most needed. So you can hold the deck in your hands and connect with it through your sacred heart space. And I'm just going to visualize my heart field opening and blossoming and emanating the pink frequency of love and the diamond white frequency of purity, and just aligning that divine love to be embodied within this deck, for this deck to be a tool of divine unconditional love to support and guide me and all that I read for, to really opening and unlocking the highest potential and expansion and soul growth of all who receives these messages through grace, through beauty, through love, through patience, compassion, humility, through the divine wisdom of the heart. And I ask to deepen my connection to my heart field, to further align myself through love, so that my words speak that which is love, through my connection to my soul wisdom, to my higher self, my God self, and to the earth, to my earth body, deepening this connection now, deepening the heartbeat to beat at the rhythm of Mother, the Mother Earth. And through this knowingness that I am love, I bring forward the infusement of that frequency into these cards to vibrate and deliver the purest messages of love to each one of you. And I pray that these messages be received in the heart, be received by the inner child, and be received in your body to support healing and self-realization and divine blessings to all who receives them. And so it is, releasing all in this space that does not serve. And so it is. And so that's just an example of just a little prayer where I just feel whatever my heart is telling me in that moment, and just feeling that deepened connection with the cards as a tool. And then sometimes I just like to take each card and really just bring my energy in, to become familiar with the deck. Often I'll look at each card and I'll feel it in my heart. And so yeah, just feeling the energy of the cards connecting with me and beginning to, work in my subconscious. These cards are so beautiful. There's so much magic in these. I'm really excited for us. So yeah, normally I just go through each card and I feel the images. I get a sense for the wisdom that's been imprinted upon them. And even just reading the title of each card helps me to really intuitively feel what the messages are already in the deck. And yeah, now we can just shuffle. And our intention today is just to bring messages of love, as love is the most healing energy that we have on this planet. And my intention is to bring healing and simplicity through the messages of love to support all who will listen to this video now or in the future. Whenever you tune in, know that you were called here for a reason. And this is the back of the deck if you're curious. It's got lots of garden energy. I love that. And there's a bird on there. And there's even a little tiny like mushroom in the corner, which if you haven't noticed, I love mushrooms. I have a couple on my shelf up there. All right, so taking a moment to just tune in. What is it that we need to know today? What are the messages that are coming through for all of us? And how can I most serve you in this moment by bringing through these messages? So shuffling the deck. I have no idea what card's going to come through. This is the first time I've actually done an oracle reading with a deck that I haven't actually taken time to look at. So this will be fun. This one came flying out. Okay, so the number is 43, which is a 7, which often represents higher wisdom and vision. And the card says, you do not have to go it alone. Reach out for support in this time. It's really beautiful. So there's a little person there in the boat, and they're just sort of lost at sea, it looks like. And maybe they've sort of gone on this like voyage, this inner quest. It looks like they've traveled away from their like homeland, and they're just in this boat of isolation. And I'm feeling like, in some ways, it's perfect because in those moments of being with oneself, being sort of lost or feeling alone, you begin to turn inward and you're able to truly sit with just your energy, which can help bring clarity, which is what also 7 represents, clarity, which I feel many of us have taken that time to really just drown out the distractions, whether it be just get in our car and go for a drive and just be with one's thoughts. It's that feeling like I just need space. I just need to clear my mind. I just need to be and sit with myself, my thoughts, my emotions, my feelings, and make sense of it all. But what this card is reminding us, because it says, you do not have to go it alone. Reach out for support. It's reminding you to not stay in this space of isolation, to come back and to release any fear of, coming back into society or being back with human beings, actually being a part of this world. Because I feel for many of us on this journey, we go through this spiritual awakening and we start to feel like we just need to isolate. We just need to figure out what's happening within ourselves. And we go on this quest, we go on this voyage, and we often go on this, you know, inward journey. But for some of us, we forget to come back. We forget that it's important for us to be here and to be in the world and to be with people and to, reconnect back with civilization. And there sometimes can be a fear with that, a fear of being too sensitive, too empathic, too emotional, too, I can't do this, it's overwhelming. And so we want to retreat. We want to go back on the boat. We want to isolate. But we were never meant to live that way. We were never meant to isolate. We were always meant to be in community, to do things together, to share our hearts with one another. And so if this is you, if you've been receiving the nudge, the niggle to really get back out there, even if it's just, going for a walk in a park where there's people or, going anywhere where you can connect and interact with others, maybe this message is for you. And it's reminding you that we don't need to isolate to feel safe. That there is a mechanism that we do as empaths. We isolate to feel safe. But this year of the 8 is about personal empowerment. It's about really acknowledging how truly powerful we are in our light, and that our light and our frequency and the amount of love and commitment to self that we've done will truly change so much around us, that we impact the vibration of the rooms that we enter. We impact the vibration of those around us. This is no longer those times of when you were a child where you're taking on the energies around you as almost like, being victimized by feeling over, like weighted down by the energies. Now it's time for us to really, truly understand that we are empowered, awakened, conscious beings, and we choose how we interact with our environment. We set the tone and the vibration for our experiences. And if you are doubting that, if you're doubting how you're able to uplift without taking on, send that love that we fostered in the beginning of this call to that part of you, that's that inner child that's afraid of being hurt or being burned or being energetically weighed down or harmed. Send love to that part of you. Say, I love you, my inner child. Thank you so much for sharing that fear with me of taking on the collective energies or taking on other people's stuff or feeling other people's pain. Send love to that part of you, because that part of you is really beautiful and really courageous. And in actuality, that part of you just wants to feel loved, because maybe it has experienced feeling overly sensitive or overly empathic, and we just want to do this thing where we get in the boat and we isolate. But ultimately, that really diminishes our light. It really begins to weaken our light, because our light actually expands and grows and amplifies when we're around other people, when we're with our family, when we're connecting in the world, when we're of the world. We actually can begin to grow our light because we can send our radiant energy outward. And it is not from this space of victimization of, I need to retreat, I need to shield, I need to do all these things. It's from this space of, Love is the most powerful medicine and most powerful frequency we have on this planet. And if we could send all of our fears into a bubble of love, then we would see that those fears and those worries and those doubts and that part of the ego just needs more love, not less. And so I feel it's the inner child that's afraid. And that's why I feel this is coming forward from this deck is it's the inner child that's feeling not very powerful because the inner child doesn't understand when you're around someone, why am I feeling sadness? Why am I feeling discordance in my body? Why am I feeling these things when I ask the person, are you mad? And they're saying, no, I'm not mad, but you feel it in your body and you're like, but why do I feel like they are? So it's this inner child that's confused, afraid, and uncertain in the world. But it's not the adult self or the soul that knows that you're safe, that you're held, that you're loved, that you're protected. So can we send love to those worries, doubts, fears, concerns? That the world is too much, that being around people is too much, that I am afraid to be in this world because it's hurt me in the past. So, can we send love to all of those doubts and fears and parts of ourselves that feel that way in the inner child so that we can actually open? Because what happens when we feel afraid is we close our hearts and we actually dim our lights. And then we actually create that which we're afraid of because we actually shut down our superpower, which is our hearts and our love. So, what if we courageously believed in ourselves and sent love to our fears and acknowledged that, hey, I can walk into a crowded store and I am this beam of light, and my frequency changes the frequency of the store and that uplifts and inspires. And even if I come up against another person who's having a bad day, that my vibration will subconsciously connect into their minds and uplift their vibration and change their patterning and thinking to that of a higher frequency. And that's how we lift each other up. So we're not in fear, but in love. Such a beautiful card. So return back, beloveds, return back to wherever this is to you. Come back to the planet, the earth, to being here now. Commit right now to being a light in this world because this light that's within you is so powerful. It's so beautiful. It's so radiant. It's so needed. All right. So let's draw another card from our deck. What other messages do we most need to know? Feeling in. Oh, I love this card. Be true to who you are. Fear will not stop you from shining. See? See you all? This is you, the little beautiful unicorn with the wings there. So I love this. So it's card number 5, which is the number of change, which means now it is time to make that shift, to make that change, to make that jump, that leap of faith that you are here to be the most brilliant, beautiful unicorn in this world. And that truly fear will not stop you from shining. That truly it is time to release yourself from those beliefs of fear and limitation so that you can shine your light and be the radiant being that you are and free yourself. Ask yourself, do I choose love or do I choose fear? And if I choose love, then I heal myself and I heal the world around me and everyone that I interact with. If I choose fear, I limit my light. I limit my potential. I limit myself in every way possible. And I dim my radiance. And I feel disempowered in this world. I feel unable to make a difference. And that hurts my heart because I know I came here to shine in this world and be a light and to radiate the essence of who I am, which is divine unconditional love. So, what in your life is stopping you from being the divine, radiant soul that you are? Is it fear? Is it fear of being rejected? Is it fear of being judged? Is it fear of not being enough? Is it fear of being unworthy? What is it that's stopping you from being love in this world? Because love heals. Love is the greatest medicine. Love brings us together. Love unites. Love expands. Love radiates the purity of your soul, frequency, and essence because you are not your fears. You are not the judgments. You are not your spiritual ego that tells you, I need to be the best healer. I need to be perfect. I need to be fully healed before I do any other work because I need to be all of these things that my ego tells me I need to be before I can be of service. False. Which fear, I've heard fear as an acronym as false evidence appearing real. So, what are you committing to and believing it's true when it's false? False evidence appearing real. Your fear is not real. And your ego will give you all kinds of stories, ideas of what you need to be or how perfect you need to be before you can be this light in this world when it's not true. It's just a this wild ride that our ego takes us on that we need to be something in order to be worthy, to be a spiritual healer or a light or whatever it is that you want to be in this world. You're already that. You're already it. You just need to open your unicorn wings and release that that belief by sending love to it, by not fighting with it. We don't need to fight with our thoughts, our beliefs, our worries, our doubts, our concerns, because those are just aspects of you that you've felt and experienced before. So may we all see and remember that these fears that we have, although they feel real, and although we have experiences and stories and attachments to them, may we send those parts of us love, because love heals and dissolves all ego. I love you. Can we send love to our fears of being who we truly are, our judgments and our worries, our doubts, our concerns, everything? Can we send that which arises within us love and become and embody this beautiful, radiant being that you are? I already love this deck, you guys. There is so many beautiful cards and imagery. I'm so excited to share more with you. And I will continue posting more videos like this on our YouTube channel because I just love sharing the messages and the imagery and the cards with you all. And post in the comments what your favorite deck is. Which deck do you love to work with? And maybe my next video will be sharing messages from your favorite deck. Thank you so much, beautiful souls, for joining me here today. I'm sending you all so much love and a big soul hug. And I hope that you could feel and receive clarity from the messages that came through today, from my heart to yours. Many blessings and love, and so it is.